Yo! Alright, we're gonna do Kentucky Route Zero Act 3 tonight. We're doing it. I think it's a longer one than the first two acts, but we're gonna try and get this done. So let's jump right in. Where we left off is basically, wow, dude, my mic is like blowing up. Am I that loud or what's happening here? Yo, welcome in, Few. Just checking some levels and stuff. It should be good. Where did we leave off? So basically, Conway just went to the doctor and had his leg repaired. We think. So that's where we're jumping back in here. Yeah, we got game audio. Everything's good. Let's go. There's Conway. 83 and sunny now. Looks like it's gonna get up to about 101 by late afternoon in Louisville and 103 in E-Town. Not a cloud in sight, so get out those parasols. Haha. Major accident just ahead of the Bardstown exit, so if you're headed to work on 31, you are late, my friend. Lisette. That's Lisette. This is the owner of the antique shop that I work for. Sugar? Just a little. Forgot how you take your coffee. I'm tired. I didn't sleep well. I heard you yelling. Bad dreams? We were up on a roof, Ira and I and Charlie, eating a light supper. I was drinking sweet tea. Right, so Ira is her husband and Charlie is their kid. Drinking sweet tea. Charlie was reading. We were surrounded by other houses, closely packed, huge sidewalks. It must have been a, what's that word? A city? That's it, I'm sure. Below us, a group of people were gathered, standing quietly. A man was reading from a book. I asked Ira about the weather. Would it rain on Tuesday, or when would the sun set? Something like that. He wouldn't answer me. Charlie stood up, and Ira told him to watch his step, and then I remembered. I woke up before I could stop him. Right, something happened to their kid Charlie. I think he fell? He was alone on that roof. I always told him to test each tile. Yeah, no. I guess he was. He was so bright, his teacher said, what was the word? Wait, is he dead? That's it, how could I forget? It wasn't his fault. It wasn't anyone's fault, Conway. That's what we mean when we say, ooh, it's an accident. Sure. Well, yeah, I guess he's not with us. We have a mail order delivery today. Might be a long drive. I hope the truck can hold up. The truck will outlive us all. I hope you're right. I'm glad you'll keep it. Ira would have wanted you to have it. It's been running since Charlie was born. Ira took me to the hospital in that truck. So did you once. When you fainted. My hero. So, long drive? It said that couldn't come in person. They couldn't come in person. Maybe just a shut-in. I don't recognize the address. The order is all... I'm sure we can fill it. Guess that'll be the last. So this is her giving me my last delivery. Finale. Oh, I guess it will be the last act of Lisette's Antiques. The finale, maybe. No, that's not the word. I just need to think a bit. More coffee or something. I've had too much. It'll come to you. Maybe, I'm not sure anymore. It seems inevitable there will start to be words that I lose forever. There's something wrong with her. What are those boxes you set in the hallway? Those are Charlie's old books. Oh, I thought you might like to look at them. I'll take them with me, thank you. Cora should be here soon. Will you wait with me? Sure, Liz. I'll wait with you. There's your traffic and weather on the 5s. That's every 10 minutes. Brought to you by the Consolidated Power Company. Stick around for Old Kentucky Home with Kate, helping you turn your humble home into a mansion after this. This game's got a lot of, like, dread to it. Like, I think, like, I don't know. Something happened to the kids. Something's going on with their house. They're moving. Everyone loses their house in this game. Yeah, see, I was just imagining that. He's, oh. That's only if you make a late payment on a follow-up visit. I think everything went well enough here that they'll only want to bill for... Oh, he's awake now. How do you feel, old man? All fixed up? Truman says you might be a little misty coming out of it, so... I feel good. Good. How about that leg? How's your leg feeling? Yeah, that's the important part. Well... Well, I'm still thinking about Charlie. I'm gonna say this isn't my leg. Not your... Of course it's your leg. It looks wrong, you replaced it. I haven't encountered this reaction before, but it's not totally unheard of. I read a paper about something like this last year. It can happen for a lot of reasons. Neurological, psychological, social. I'm sure it won't persist in your case. Your thoughts and feelings are probably still a little nebulous from the Neuropnol TM. That's totally normal. It'll pass. I wouldn't recommend driving at least for another hour or two regardless. Thanks, Doc. Sure, let's talk about a few things you should be aware of. Recovery, rehabilitation, and side effects. I should have plenty of resting time coming up soon. Yeah. Good for you. Vacation or... Well, at your age, I want to be clear. You should expect lingering effects of the injury for more or less the rest of your life. Don't immerse it fully in water. Avoid extremes of temperature. I'd stay away from dusty roads and mountain lions as much as possible. Mountain lions? Good advice in any context. Best thing you could do is keep it clean and free of debris. What do I clean it with? Only clean your leg with a soft cloth moistened with water or isopropyl alcohol. You'll definitely want to avoid abrasive agents like detergents or other solvents. So do you have any questions? Anything about the bill that didn't make sense? I don't mean to rush you, but I have an early fishing trip. Tell them about the payment plan. Yeah, that's one of the atypical clauses. I don't really have any control over the bill. Now that the Consolidated Power Company bought my employer, they handle everything. So it all runs through your electricity bill now. You can pay it back in full on your next billing cycle, or you can get on an energy credit payment plan. You'd have to call Consolidated for more detail about that. I don't really understand how it works. Something about generating electricity to send back into the grid. Oh, and one more thing. Don't be alarmed if you experience any side effects of the Neuropnol TM. Typically, we see daydreaming, deja vu, pensiveness, fugue states. Whoa. Motherfucking fugue states. Fugue states. Irregular perception of time. About 15% of patients report a generalized sensation of lateness. Nothing to be alarmed about, just keep it in mind. Thanks for your help. Julian's outside, we can head back to your truck. Looks like Conway's gonna be eating some fugue steaks. Museum of Dwellings. That was where the houses are, right? Yep. Chuck, Shannon, Homer. What's up, Homer? Guess the rain stopped. You get some rest back there? That doctor seemed nice enough. Just Yeah, okay. He does an okay job. What's up, Shannon? How are the drugs treating you? Get a little distracted. You're probably pretty tired too. I usually feel more tired after a late night nap. Is this blocking the words? Oh, only when it's down there. Yeah, I was with yeah. Hey, you ever take anything for that? Caffeine? Yeah, wait, you're probably pretty tired. Yep, you should feel late on that. You ever take anything for that? Caffeine pills or never? Well, it's common in your line of work, right? The company store had some pills the miners used to stay awake. My folks had a peculiar relationship with medicine. We almost never had a regular doctor or health insurance or anything like that. Our immigration stuff was a mess for most of my childhood, so we only qualified for state programs in small patches before something or other would get contested. And we learned to just pile on dentist appointments and stuff in those short windows. If a cut got infected or her migraines were too much to handle, Mom would talk to so-and-so who knew so-and-so, usually another miner, and end up with some pills. Instead of medical advice, every pill came with gossipy, anecdotal warnings and superstitions. Like all this lore that came with it. Like magic, dangerous, mysterious. Ever run into any problems? Sure, yeah, stuff would be expired or mislabeled. Mom was allergic to penicillin, as it turned out. That was scary. And one time, in high school, Weaver got these pills to help her focus. She was so smart, but always going off in different directions. Mind racing, like 5 conversations going on in her head at once. And you're lucky if even one of them was with someone in the room, you know? So she had these pills, and they seemed to help. I was struggling in school too, failing my history class. She offered to share the pills. Did it help? At first, yeah, it helped. It had a kind of presence and clarity of purpose that I've never really had otherwise. I didn't want to stop taking them. One day I was sitting on my bed, my notebook was open next to me on top of a textbook, and I was holding a pen in my hand. I remembered this moment from several years before. It came up so suddenly with such precision. I couldn't put it out of my mind. I felt I had to stay with it until I recalled the whole thing perfectly. It was just a tiny nothing moment, my mom patching up the side of a bird cage, winding some spare wire around the frame to reinforce it. I was fixated on that image and that sound, the cage kind of bending and twanging as she worked on it, rapping and nodding, scraping copper against paint like bowing a rubber violin with a railroad tie. My parents came back from a triple shift and found me still sitting there on the edge of the bed, pen in my hand, delirious with thirst, patching that birdcage with a 1,000-yard stare. Oof. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's Emily, Bob, and museum visitors. 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day of the year except Labor Day. Last admission is at 4 p.m. daily. Adjust this. Damn. Try the door. You folks lost? And then what? Ben, you're being very uptight right now. Yeah, these dudes never acknowledge me. Are they still talking? You're right, it's unlocked. I'm not sure it's finished in there, though. What's finished? Would it be better if it were finished? Can we be sure of that? They're pretty friendly in there. He just keeps talking to him. Hush, I think I heard a voice. Maybe a security guard. I didn't hear anything. We're just too late. Let's come back tomorrow. Alright, let's go in. Everything's shut down. It'll be pretty boring. It's definitely after hours. What? I said it'll be boring. No, Yeah, flashlights. Look, if we visit by day, we see what they want us to see. If we visit by night, it's all up to us. Dude, are they still talking? Emily, Ben, and Bob argue about whether to enter the museum. Great. Yep, got it. Alright, so what is this? Is this like a road I can't cross or something? We're in the parking lot. That's the museum in front of us, where all the houses are. I was checking Steam before, and I don't have... We're in Act 3 right now, but I don't have the achievement. What is he looking at? I don't have the achievement for beating Act 3, but I'm pretty sure I did. I just did it before like it had achievements on Steam. But who knows? I don't really know what to expect tonight. I know this act is significantly longer. Oh wait, now I'm Ezra? Whoa. Whoa, so if I go over there, I'm Ezra. If I go over here, I'm Conway. I can't cross that road. I think I'm just getting back in the truck, right? So what are we doing right now? We got my leg fixed. I think we're trying to go back to Dogwood? Or, So what's the plan here? Head back to the Zero, I guess. We should try to get in touch with that clerk. I could use a bite to eat. What do you think? What do you think? Well, we got to get back on the Zero and bring these documents back to the clerk at the bureau. I'm just not sure how to get there. The entrance at the farmhouse was gone. Sure. Let's go back to the farmhouse. Sure, okay. Maybe we missed something. They head back into the night. Okay, so the farmhouse is where Weaver... Oh, wait. Are we still... Oh, no. The bird's just following us? Truck's engine sputters and dies as Conway guides it carefully off the road next to a fallen tree. Oh, my truck's dead. I guess it didn't outlive us all. Wow, that was a fast scene one. A tree. I actually don't remember, like, any of this. "15 minutes, scene one." Nothing to be done? Just won't start up again. Can you take a look at it? Yeah, you're smart. I guess I could poke around in there, but I don't know a damn thing about engines. Wait, is this why you always leave your truck running? The sets is up on a hill, so first time it just died like this. Yeah, I'll say that. Well, where's the champagne? Anyway, do you know this area? Anyone around here that could give us a hand? Yeah, I drove past here yesterday. Oh, what were you doing out here yesterday? What was I doing out here yesterday? That's what I asked you. Did I see two strangers by the road? I don't even... Am I just like making shit up? Did you give them a ride or something? I offered to, but now... Dude, I don't... What is happening? That was thoughtful of you. Hey, we should call someone. Do you know a good towing company? Yep, Lucky Boot Collision and Towing. Here's their card. Mercadet Wreck Recovery. Well, Conway would know a towing company. Lucky Boot. All right, I'll give them a call. I hope I can get a signal out here. Shannon speaks into the large brick cell phone held up to her ear. Hi, hello. We've got an old, I want to say diesel, old truck just stalled out. Inaudible Sleepy. Did I wake you? Your car says open 23 hours a day. Inaudible Inquisitive. Yeah, that's why I'm calling, exactly. That's all. Obtuse. That's... Okay, look, we need to get back on the road here, and I'm sure you're busy, too. What? Wistful Maudlin? Concerned? Thanks for the offer, but we really just need a tow is all. Pragmatic, meticulous, neighborly. Let's go with neighborly. We already ate. As soon as you can get out here, we're off 65 somewhere. Just kind of pulled up by this tree that fell over. Placating, specific, tangential. What is happening? I can't say that word. Tangential. Tangentile. Yeah, sure. Specific. That's actually a pretty accurate description of it. Yeah, hanging over the power lines just like that. Did you see it go down? Indulgent, assertive, dismissive. Dismissive. Let's just get to the point here. I guess it doesn't matter. Well, thanks again. We'll see you soon. Then how long do you think you'll be? Distant traffic sounds. Hello? game's kind of wild. I think they're on their way. I guess we have some time to kill. It feels like none of your... It feels like, I don't know, but it feels like none of the choices you pick matter. You know, like you're just kind of... You're just flavoring your own text. Like you're just flavoring your own conversation. I could be wrong. I don't... it just feels that way. I think they're on the way. I guess we have some time to kill. Pretty grim place to be stuck. I wonder what happened to the tree, I mean. Maybe it was just old. You know what used to happen to old trees out in the forest? Wildfire would come through and clear them all out, made room for the new trees. But then people built houses, and we can't have fires going out all the time, so we keep putting them out. And now we have all these old trees choking out the saplings, starving the young trees for resources, just clinging on to life until snap, and then some road crew comes by and blasts the stump with dynamite. I think I'll take a look at that radio of yours. Maybe I can get it going again. No point just standing around. Where's Julian? Ezra's Juliet? Julian. Are you bored? Not yet. Okay. To me, you look a little bored. Let's play a game. What would you like to play? We can tell the future with this little tree branch. It's pretty easy. We just break up all the little sticks on each section and count through the different things that could happen. Whoa. Okay, what should we ask? It should be about you. I can't do both the counting out and the questions. What kind of bed will I sleep in tonight? What kind of job will I have next? How will I travel in the future? What kind of job will I have next? Ezra snaps the smaller branches away one at a time, counting out possibilities. Doctor, lawyer, taxman, driver. Okay, what else? What kind of bed will I sleep in tonight? Ezra snaps the smaller branches away one at a time, counting out possibilities. King size, queen size, twin size bunk. These other branches are too bare. Don't worry about it too much, just a bunch of sticks. Homer. How long do you think we'll be waiting here? I wish Julie wasn't so busy right now. Yeah, Julian. I don't mind, I have a lot to think about. Oh, Ezra's talking to the... Okay, I thought it was Conway. See, that's another thing is like... This game feels like... It's following Conway, but like... As you go through it more, I feel like it like becomes a little bit more less... Well, I mean, it obviously adds characters, but I don't know. I guess I always do... I think we're all right. I don't really remember. Like, I don't remember a lot, though. I do remember when I last gave up on this game many years ago, I wished it was more about Conway. Like, I remember it, like, became less about him. And I was like, well, what about Conway? How's it looking? The LEDs are badly corroded, but I'm making progress. That's what I like about working on electronics. It gets easier as you go on. For me, it's just the opposite. Almost there. Okay. Not able to move anymore. Can't even go back. Okay. Johnny. Junebug. Where are we staying tonight? Some closet at the bar, I guess. I'll figure something out. Yeah, I know you will. Maybe it'd be nice to stay outside one of these nights, power down just enough to rest, but keep an eye on the stars. Be there when the birds wake up. Sounds romantic. I'm a real romantic. Lucky me. Go ahead. How far out are we? I don't know, 20 minutes? Damn. Harry's not gonna be happy. You know, he doesn't like me anyway. I'll tell him about the frog. He won't understand. More than all silver and gold of this earth. What's that? You should have been a poet. I don't know, I think I heard it on the radio. What's on your mind, Cricket? Nervous about the set? Yeah, I guess. No, we're good. We know how to play. Just, then what? Back on the road. That's what I mean. Back on the road and then what? You know, we're already late. So we better keep moving. I just mean, what's another few minutes? Fine, just for a few minutes though. You're the best, and hey, maybe if they're not busy, they can fill some seats at the gig. You know, if no one's there, Harry will try and bilk us on our fee. So they're gonna go back. Was that him? That was a motorcycle. Yeah, they're too fast for a truck. I bet they're getting chased by something. Maybe they just have somewhere important to be. Definitely getting chased by something. Stay here. Careful, he's wicked with strangers. Ha, you. Who's chasing you? Hear that, Cricket? We're being pursued. I knew it. Who's after us? That's a good question. These folks seem to have a certain handle on the situation. So, dinosaurs. Sure, something like that. Listen, we've got 2 questions for you folks. What kind of people do you take us for? I mean, how do we strike you? Not sure I follow. What kind of temperament do you think we have? What kind of work would you say we do? I guess some kind of art thing, maybe? It may be. She's the artist, I'm just an entertainer. Now here's another question for you. Do you like music? Set used to sing in taverns on the weekend, beautiful stuff. Sometimes I'd like to leave the radio dial between stations. I don't like music, but I do like sounds. Of course you do. Say, they should come to our gig. What an idea. We're just trying to get back on the Zero. The Zero? Is that a fact? The Zero. Hush, Cricket. You folks are in luck. I happen to know just where you are going. I'm happy to lead you there. We've been down there many a time riding this baby. I'm naming the bike now. The Weird Vector, the Sloth on Wheels, the Vicious Cycle. Let's go with the Sloth on Wheels. That's what we call our bike. We call it the Sloth on Wheels because it's too tired. Only it's just... See, we have a regular booking tonight, and well, we're running late. Very late. That's what I told them. Now, the old man who runs this venue, Harry Esperanza, is a notorious withholder. And if we don't get a few bodies in the crowd, well, he'll go all penny pinching on us. Just a short set. We only have 1 song prepared. You'll come to the gig, won't you? Of course we will. Of course they will. Can you believe we almost didn't stop? Hungry, old man? I think we've got a crust in the sidecar here. After all, it's so late. Well, it's all said and done. We stopped, that's all that matters. Our gig's at an old tavern called the Lower Depths. It's over there by Old Charlie Moran Highway, just east off of 65. We usually take a right off the interstate around the petting zoo. Johnny likes the petting zoo. Okay. So, over there by Old Charlie Moran Highway, just east off of 65. Right off the interstate around the petting zoo. Johnny likes the petting zoo. I do like the petting zoo. Now let's see about that truck of yours. I feel certain we can get it running. East off of 65. Oh, okay, they're following us. Right. Past the petting zoo. Charlie Moran Highway. Convenience store. Convenience store is just a tiny booth in the middle lot that must have been once an active gas station. The light in the booth is on. Approach a window. Hanway approaches the window. The inside of the booth is big enough for a card table, 2 chairs, and a few plastic crates filled with snacks and warm Coke. 2 men shuffle plastic. Oh no, yeah. 2 men shuffle plastic dominoes across the table. Knock on the window. One of the men waves brusquely in Conway's general direction and then returns his focus on the game. Let's get away. Alright. Interstate 65. Let's just double check here. Over by Charlie Moran Highway, just east off of 65. Take a right off 65 around the petting zoo. Oh, there's the petting zoo. Petting zoo's closed. Sweet. So let's take a right. Hardyville. Hammondsville Road. Let's go down a little bit. Tavern. Scene 3, baby. The lower depths. Oh man, my arm is sore as shit. Doesn't feel right. It feels a little like home, huh? But I wish it didn't. It's not, who am I talking? I'm talking to the dog. It's not all bad memories. Gentler times in a twisted kind of way. Alright, let's do this. Kind of late. Are you sure they're open? Sure, they're open. This is one of those places. Let's head on in. We are not saints, but we've kept our appointment. How many people can boast as much? That's lovely, ma'am. Who said it? A poet. Ma'am, I hate to say it, but the cupboard is bare. Have some vision, Cricket. We've got 1, 2, 4 patrons. Harry doesn't count. Well, we've done more with less. Do you play here often? We have a regular thing here. Harry likes to just book it all up and forget about it. He's not really a music lover, I wouldn't say, but I guess his wife was. She had the stage put in, I know that. So he keeps it going in her memory or out of habit. I really like that effect when the legs in motion, or just like the neon kind of trailing effect it's got there. Goggles. A bulky set of black goggles sits on the edge of the table next to an ashtray, a newspaper, and a few empty glasses. Huh? Who do you think that belongs to? Whoever they are, they're gone now. Must have been pretty tanked to leave it behind. This thing looks expensive. All I'm pouring tonight is Hard Times whiskey. Got any coffee going? No coffee. Hard Times whiskey. Yelling towards the exit. Say, shut the goddamn door, would you? I can't afford to run the AC all night. Sorry, Harry. Oh, it's you two. Where have you been? Never mind. Listen, I can't keep this place open through the small hours of the night just waiting for musicians. Where is everyone? Everybody had to clear out. Let's get set up, huh? There's nobody here to listen to it. I can't pay for... We brought some people, Harry. A crowd is forming. Yeah, but also I couldn't use a break. Been on my feet all day. But Ezra flips eagerly through the jukebox's catalog of songs. What do you think? I don't know how to play this game. That's funny as shit. How's it looking out there? How y'all feeling tonight? So Harry, can we get a bit more reverb in the monitors? Harry, just a soundboard behind the bar. How's that? Test, test, 1, 1, 1, 3, 50. Lamentation, lamentation. Sounds good. How's everybody doing? Everybody had a real bad night? How about you, old man? Yeah, we'll stay positive. Not too bad. Well, we'll take care of that right now. This is a song I heard in a tavern many years ago at an open mic night. Me and Johnny were out just riding around, you know? You like to drive around, old man? Yeah, that's my job. Of course you do. So we were out riding around and we passed this gaudy old tavern. I mean, it was a real dive. Busted up facade. Weeds in the parking lot. Taps all dry. Bats in the bar room. Run by this creaky bag of bones. Looked like the only thing keeping awake was the fear of death. So glad to be back here at the lower depths. Hey now. Oh, that's funny. He's making fun of this place. So we just stopped for an early drink, and there was a lady singing right here on stage, and the song she sang, well, it stuck with us, and now it's a regular part of our repertoire. Never got that lady's name, but she seemed like a sweet gal, and she had a voice like Scotch whiskey, and we just hope we do her justice. So here it is, Too Late to Love You. That's pretty cool that that's going off what I think. Cool song. I like this song. I do like that. The only time you hear a human voice in this game is when it's via song. That's cool. This really doesn't feel too much like a point and click adventure game, so much as it like feels like a really cool artistic thing that you interact with like a point and click adventure game. Like it doesn't feel like any of these choices. It just doesn't feel like it like affects the outcome of anything. But it's cool. It's neat. It's definitely interesting. There's like no items. I don't know that you can like die. You know, it's just kind of like a story you step through. It's cool. It's like an interactive puzzle story. Well, hope you liked it. Kind of sad, isn't it? Kind of. Listen, we appreciate you folks sticking around for the show. There's nothing more wretched than playing sad songs to an empty room. Yeah, that makes sense. We just got to get our fee from Harry, and then we'll get you headed to the Zero. Well, Harry, I think that went pretty well. I'd say the crowd was into it. Reverential. Rapt. I guess the usual fee is about right, and we'll let you get back to your business. Well, that's just the damn it I was trying to tell you to. I can't pay. They cleaned me out. I've got nothing left but a goddamn IOU from the distillery. An IOU. Yeah, I traded them for some whiskey, and I guess I had some surplus credits, so I got this note to get some more from them later on. Must have been a hell of a trade. I had to. Got to keep this place open somehow, goddammit. Watch your language, Harry. Could you pay them with your IOU? Say we just need to get pointed toward the Zero. Yeah, I don't really care if they get paid. Oh, God. What's that? You know what they're talking about? Tell you what. You point my friends tonight at the Zero, we'll call it even. You said you knew how to get there. No, I don't believe that's exactly what I said. It is exactly what you said. Are you folks sure you want to head down there? I've never been myself, but I hear... People hear things, rumors. It's where we've got to go. Do you know another way to Dogwood Drive? Dogwood? Got a letter, did you? I've got a stack of them. Well, okay. Sounds like the Zero's your only course now. Harry, you're all right. If only. You got a radio in your car? Yep. Well, here's what you got to do. Take a left out of the parking lot and then just fiddle around on your dial until you hear something familiar but strange. You know the feeling? Like I used to go hunt with my uncle out in the mountains, and now I watch these nature programs. They're filmed in the mountains, and there's the deer, and I know all the plants and every kind of tree, but something just doesn't look right. And it's even stranger for being so close to familiar, something like that. You'll know it when you hear it. Fix that strange but familiar station on your dial, drive for a bit, and then turn around when the station cuts out. I mean, right then. Hope you folks find what you're looking for, eventually. Always a pleasure, Harry. Is it? Dude, this game is weird. Okay, so... What? Fugue, look at this. I don't know if you're still here. Look at this radio. What's this station? I've never heard this before. It sounds like horses. Horses running a race? Lisette and Ira had some horses years back. Charlie used to go to race. Yeah, yep. Yeah, I've always been a little afraid of them. They're so big and, I don't know, you look in their eyes and they're almost human. Like they're human and animal at the same time since they've been domesticated so long, I guess. Well, that fits familiar but strange for me. Harry said we just drive until it cuts out. Is there actually... Oh shit. I guess we're back on the zero because we're in the cave. So we drove to the horses. I still hear the radio, right? Oh, okay, I didn't hear the radio. All of the Mountain King. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Act 3, Scene 4. Hall of the Mountain King. What do you suppose happened here, Homer? It's old and rotted, maybe? Can't tell any of all this stuff is down here. Old and rotted like us, Homer. Okay. Oh yeah, Johnny's the dude in the band, right? Time to cut him loose, man. Well, now I'm having fun. Ha, okay. So not anyway. Bridge. Bridge ends abruptly, crumbling in disrepair. Boardwalk. Rope. A loop of decayed rope is coiled on the banister. Some rotted sections have been smoothed over with a fine dust. Computers. What? Broken computer monitors are heaped precariously among the rocks. Pet carrier. A pet carrier for a cat or small dog has been left by the path. A calcified rag wadded in the corner may once have been a blanket. A hiking backpack leans against a rock. It's empty except for a dusty bag of cat food and a few punch cards. A pile of discarded electronics burns steadily in the center of the chamber. Who's that? Amy. Fire. Amy. Oh, it's triangles within triangles down here. Shifting, intersecting, overlaying. Isn't it romantic? Let's see. You're here to steal back the love of a boy you once knew when you were too young to recognize the movements of the heart. And you're escorting her, pretending to have her interest at heart, while really you're in love with the young woman as well, and so you've agreed to help him conspire to win her affections, but it's just a ploy to set him up for embarrassment and diminish him out of the picture. What do I do here? They're both good. Yeah, it's cool. I'm into it. Well, maybe I still have the knack. I used to be really good at this. I had 11 novels published, from The Billionaire's Bidding to The Fields of Longing. Real hot, boat ice ripping stuff, you know? I miss those days in the Lexington studio apartment, just me and my thesaurus, steaming up the windows. I'm not sure you should be listening to this, kid. I'm not listening. But of course it couldn't last. You know, suddenly it was all computers everywhere you went. I thought I might be able to do something with that, and checked a little libido into those ugly beige boxes. Ha! So I went back to the university and I studied human-computer interaction, and then I picked up Donald's research assistantship here as a tester debugging. In my off hours, I played around with the doomed love story at the core of our little simulation. That seemed to amuse Donald, so I kept at it. I'm afraid I tinkered too much, made it too complex. Now our work is never done. We don't even have to add any new functionality. The bugs just grow on their own. Too complex. I miss those days in my Lexington core studio apartment. Old man. Donald puffs on a smoldering pipe while half mumbling, half singing an old country tune. Where the old Green River runs, through hills and caves not known to us, down to that sunless sea. Oh, who are you? Sorry, did we startle you? I might say you did. I thought you might be one of them. Oh no, you can't be. We've been patching all their spy holes. We keep the lights dim and the motors running softly, and we route the smoke out through, that is... What were we talking about? We're a bit lost, actually. Ah, you came from the road, the zero. No, you should stay off that road. Not safe. Bizarre topology. You'll never get anywhere. It just brings you right back here. Back to this cave? Always back to this spot. It's a prison. An irrational prison. But I don't mind. Not anymore. This is where my life's work is. The computer, right on the other side of the spire. It looks like a harmless old computer, doesn't it? Like some beat-up mainframe exhumed from a university basement left in this cave to rot or to flower? No, it's no ordinary computer. I've modified it extensively, and in some pretty experimental ways, believe you me. And that's to say nothing of the software, but... You look like a technically minded sort of person. Tell me, do you know the effects of mold growth on diffuse base transitor circuitry? Sounds like it would short circuit. Certainly, but not all of it. Some moldy filaments are more or less conductive than others, and it grows in non-linear, chaotic patterns. We can guide it a bit through simple application of classical horticulture, but we can't produce specific results, only tendencies. Thwarted and feeble, we hammer on the stereo keyboard, "My name is Reason, King of Kings." But we are mere gardeners in the ruins. Our keystrokes echo off into the tunnels, boundless and bare. The caves stretch far away. We are too late, always too late. What? Did you say something? I'm just interested in the mold computer. The mold computer? Oh, Xanadu. You've heard about it. Perhaps you've read about it in a journal. It's been years since I published anything. Xanadu has evolved significantly since I explained its data structures in my article Literary Multitudes, Hypertextual Narrative as Post-Structural Witness. Evolved and then deteriorated. Donald sighs dramatically and takes a puff from his pipe. I'm afraid you are too late, fellow hypertext enthusiast. As the mold accumulated on the circuitry, Xanadu blossomed for a moment into something holy and enchanted, then all the charm was broken. Do you have any idea what it's like to spend your life building something and then sit powerlessly as your work declines into ruin? Yeah. Wow, they're all so sad. I drive deliveries, we're closing down, I fix TVs and losing my workshop, my family disappeared. Dude, this is crazy. Not really. Not really. Ah, then I hope you never have occasion to be haunted by the ghosts of missed opportunities. Well, I have my own ghosts, and I keep them in Xanadu. It's running on that glorious, dusty machine. Take a look if you like. Too late to do anything but smoke and reminisce. Anyway, far too late to do anything. Huh. Let's go talk to Andrew. Do you know what when I first... No. I mean, if this cave were larger, could it... Now I'm getting ahead of myself. I've got it. How would you characterize this space? The one we're standing in right now. Kind of spooky, but I'm not scared. Spooky for a baby. I think we'd all agree that's a fair assessment. Wait, let's unpack that for a moment. What makes it spooky? No. How do you know it's spooky, or would be spooky for a baby? We'll say the shadows. Sure, but they're not just shadows, right? I mean, they're projections, or maybe they're anatomies. Anatomies. How's that? Can you tell where we are right now, surrounded by creeping anatomies? Close your eyes. Will you close your eyes? Not happening. Oh, how disappointing. What are all these computers for? Computers? Oh, now I remember. I was writing on them. I described a cave. That was my job. Describe the cave. There's a great history of caves in the literature, don't you know? The walls are frozen rivers of orange stone. Isn't that vivid? I had a lot to live up to. I was a grad student studying statistics when I started working with Donald on his project. He said we needed someone with a more analytical mind to do the descriptive writing. Someone who would appreciate the cave descriptions as real labor instead of taking their authorial voice for granted. Donald warned me it would be long hours of typing painstakingly detailed descriptions into the computer, and I put in the hours. Believe me, I put in the hours. I've described every facet of this cave in such detail that sometimes I don't know if I'm reading or looking, writing or exploring. Often, in the dark and lonely moments, I worry that in my sleep I've transcribed rooms from my dreams into the system. How would we know? They could only be entered with precise, faithful detail. That's all I know how to write, and all I dream about is caves. I only dream of caves. What's this gate up here? A massive gate constructed out of scavenged materials blocks passage down the far side of the spire. Let's go check out this computer. There's Amy. We did a full loop around this cave spire here. Oh, that's not Amy, that's Roberta. Let's go talk to Roberta. Excuse me. The kingdom is in peril. Roberta laughs. Well, what else is new? Where's the kingdom? You're in the throne room. There are 3 legendary treasures hidden throughout the castle that will restore these ruins to their former glory. Do you work here? Work? You could call it that. I gather old circuit boards and throw them in the fire. Sometimes I fish out precious metals and let them cool into toxic gems. I put them in my hair. Wow. Enchanted jewelry, talismans, a magic mirror that prevents the future, a magic shield that protects the bearer from age, a magic chest that's always filled with... I never went to the university. I was an independent scholar. It means I took to the public libraries like a beachcomber. I studied fairy tales. And then I came to work for Donald. I paid the bills, rubbed leathering elbows with the academics, scraped black mold from cave walls. Finally, now I carry the firewood into senescence? The kingdom is in peril. Dude, there are some words in this game. It makes me feel very dumb. Also, like, I never read out loud. Like this, like playing this game is like, it just makes me like realize like, wow, I need to read more. Baffling control panels are sheltered from the elements with a worn tarp. A closet-sized wall of knobs and wires looms behind the machine, humming faintly. An electric typewriter is the only easily recognizable component. Oh, so I can use it. Okay, let's do this. How do you think we get it started? This old thing? Maybe there's a hand crank around. Oh, it has a run key. Scene 5. Xanadu. We're using a computer, baby. You are standing at the something. There's a something. Oh, this thing is in rough shape. Do these switches do anything? Try blowing on it. Oh, that's not an option. Yeah, let's try blowing on it. Comet blows some dust off the keyboard and presses the return key. I can't read any of that. Okay, that's worse. Try typing help. Kind of looks like a house. Type house. Dude, this is like that adventure game. I think it's just called Adventure. Like one of the original adventure games. House. Yeah. East-west passage with houses everywhere. You are in. There's something crawling out in the back thing, so something. With. That's saying Lula? Cover some requested maintenance. Let's go smack it. Conway thumps the side of the shoe with his palm. Oh, I have my portable degausser with me. Old systems like this, one can build a remnant magnetic field that sort of warps everything along whatever pattern is settled into, you know? The degausser clears that up by suddenly shaking the magnetic field around it until it's uniform. That's how I like to think of it anyway, like shaking a snowboard. Hall of the Mountain Gink. Okay. Stalactites adorn the ceiling like something. Press any key to quit. This is a lost cause, a piece of junk. Wow, scene 6. We are getting through it, baby. Bizarre. And what was that all about, Lula? What was that all about? What was that about, Lula? Maybe Donald knows how to clear it up a bit. Let's go back to Donald. Edvard Grieg? I don't know what that is. I don't understand that reference. Edvard Grieg. He composed a song. Oh, it's a song? Hall of the Mountain King? It's probably referencing that song. Yeah. I remember Lula had some connection to Donald. Like, oh, it's like some kind of like the Troll Under the Bridge song. That's me singing. I don't know what. Bum 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 bum. There you go. That's my interpretation of the Hall of the Mountain King. Dude, my elbow is so sore right now. Say it steady with the commas. Maybe you'll get it. Bum 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 bum. Sounds like a Christmas song to me right now. Yes. Perfect rhythm. Oh, good. And you typed it perfectly. You should be typing on Xanadu. Where's Donald, dude? Are we walking to Donald? What's happening right now? Is this taking this long to get to Donald? Donald. Dude. So you've seen it for yourself. What's left of it? Pretty busted. Is that the end? Yeah, pretty busted. Chalky bones of a beautiful dream, but you can see what it once was, can't you? Can't you? There is so much more to it. Ornate labyrinths of memory, exhaustively simulated parallel cave ecosystems, real artificial intelligence built on sophisticated neural network algorithms. The birds in the forest could flock in 3 dimensions. The bats could learn to sing. And then it began to crumble when the strangers came. At first we only heard them, walking heavily through the caves, dragging things around, hammering and clattering their tools. Sometimes we heard working songs. Never close enough to make out real voices, just their echoes cascading wordlessly in the tunnels. Then we caught a glimpse of one. What do they look like? They look like... No, it's too horrible. I shouldn't be telling you about this. They're dangerous. They're strange. I should never have tried to outwit them. They were always too much for me, but it's too late now. If I'd listened to Lula, Lula? Lula Chamberlain? Yes, of course. Oh, do you know her? How do you know her? It was a long time ago, all this. You see, just look at that. Just look at it. No, she's gone now. She left. We built this together. Did you know? Lula, Joseph, and I. Lula is gone from here, but Donald points across the cave with his pipe, still in there in Xanadu. I don't know where Lula is now, or how to get there from here, or how to unwind that damned tangled highway, but Xanadu, before its ruin, was faultless as an oracle, a shrine to perfect simulation. Until... but maybe those weird interlopers just destroyed my Xanadu. Perhaps they know how to fix it. Maybe dangerous. I sent many eager seconds to negotiate with them to repair my masterpiece. Back there, that tunnel. Push back the vines. Crawl out into the darkness. Watch your step. After a while, you'll feel the terrain change beneath your hands and knees, from rock to crystal and then to mud. Then you'll be out. That's where the strangers come from. Now leave me alone. I still have a bit of mold in my pipe and a few dreams left. Okay, so computer's messed up. We're in this place. Strangers live in this cave. They're supposed to be able to help me fix the computer. Where'd the strangers come from? I vaguely remembered that computer from like 10 years ago when I last played this, but I don't remember this at all, dude. Burrito, are you here? Are you sleeping? What's happening? Okay. So Johnny stayed by the motorcycle. I got Junebug, Ezra, and Shannon. Well, this can't be right. It looks like an old church. It's muddy. Yeah, that's what he said. Crystals and then mud. Okay. I want to stay outside. Why? I think I saw a lizard. I'll stay with him. Okay, we'll make it quick. Holy shit. Find any lizards? One, but it went under a rock. I wasn't really looking. Nice cover story, kid. Why do you dress like a punk? Do you have a family? Is that guy your boyfriend? Nah, what's a boyfriend anyway? It's a word people use because everyone else does. Doesn't mean anything. He's my cricket. See, it means something more specific. I want to be specific. It sounds lonely. Not for us. You just got to make some choices and own them. I think I was born this foxy. You think I was born this foxy? I came off the assembly line about a half foot shorter and all gray, no eyes. So Junebug is a robot. They were going to have us clearing out the old mine. Doesn't matter what you look like under all that rock and water. A bunch of gray shadows shoveling and hammering invisibly at the walls, draining the tunnels. Johnny found some gear, an old tape player. We hid away in the underwater cave and listened to it over and over, and we knew we weren't miners. We slipped out onto the road, just these two featureless shadows, and ever since that night we've been detailing, coloring in, specifying. I feel more like myself every day. I feel less like myself without my folks. I feel more like myself when it's just me and Julian. I think I should be a musician too. I think he likes his bird. Well, there, now you're getting specific. Oh, I missed my opportunity to look at these things by talking to her first. That's okay. There you are. What'd you find in there? It wasn't... Hey, what's going on? You look flushed, old man. It doesn't matter. Right. Okay. We got what we need. Let's go. So ominous. Scene 8. Paul the Mountain King again. Back here, baby. Alright, so we can look at these people, go to the computer. Let's talk to Donald again. Singing softly, trace an orbit round the road and close your eyes with holy dread, for we on mold and whiskey fed and drank from rivers down below. We found your strangers, we know how to fix your damn machine, but I'm not sure it was worth it. Oh, soon the visions will return. What have you found? They say you need to type in specific phrase to restore it. They say you need to unplug it for a while. They say you need to scrape the mold off the timing crystal. But the mold, of course, too much mold on the timing crystal would send the simulation adrift. Each moment lived out of sync. By all means, yes, clean the timing crystal. Alright, let's head back to the computer. Yeah, you can hear Junebug's legs when she walks. She's definitely a robot. Ring, 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 ring. She just said she came off of an assembly line. I think Johnny's human, though. I think it's a robot and a human chilling. As they do. Dude, it takes forever to walk around this place. Alright, we're back at the computer. Let's clean that timing crystal. See what that does for us. Do you see anything that looks like a timing crystal? Yeah, right here behind the control panel. It's filthy. Right, we're supposed to scrape off this black moldy stuff. Weird. Just following instructions. Here we go. Oh my god. C9. Xanadu. Alright, so we scraped off the timing crystal. It should be a little bit better now. I think. Seems much better. At end of road. You are sitting at the end of a road before a small brick building. Around you is a forest. Let's check out the building. Enter building. Inside building. You are inside a building, a storage shed for the National Park Service. There is a sensible, modern electric lantern nearby. Let's get the lantern. Get lantern. Taken. Exit building. Enter forest. That's not something you can enter. Just type a direction. North. In forest. You are in an open forest with a deep valley to one side. Head back south to that building. Can we climb a tree? Let's climb tree. I don't think much is to be achieved by that. Sorry. Can we dig a hole? Dig a hole. You can't see any such thing. Pretty limited vocabulary. South. You're in forest. Hey, it's a maze. South, east, northwest. Let's go east. You're in forest. Lula is here, soldering replacement components in a small handmade radio. Oh, we should talk to her. Ask Lula how she's doing. Hi, Donald. I'm getting the strangest interference out here. I've been tuning the radio circuits gradually as we go, swapping capacitor values and tweaking resistor networks. It was working for a while, but everything I can pick up sounds so distant and muffled. Lula hands you the radio. Well, maybe you'll have better luck. You're good at this stuff. Just don't forget to give it back. Weird. Let's go west. You're in forest. Joseph is here, tapping with a small stylus on a modified pocket braille slate. A small gray kitten, no more than a few weeks old, dozes comfortably on top of his backpack. Maybe he has something to say. Listen. Donald, I was just transcribing your footsteps. Sounded like... Joseph runs his finger along the index card he's been tapping on from right to left. Long, weary song, drearily gone, dearly gone. You beat a melancholy shuffle through these woods, Donald. Ha! I've been noting down the sounds of the forest with an ear for speech and an inborn filter for poetry, I suppose. So maybe it's me being melancholy after all. I'm eager to see what the poetic subsystem makes of one of these punch cards. What is happening? Alright, so we're like in an adventure game with Donald and Lula and Joseph. We went east, we went west. Let's head more north. At edge of hole. We're at a hole. You're at the edge of a massive hole. The dirt gives way to rock as the ground sinks into darkness. The computer tied to your upper back slickens with sweat in the afternoon sun. The rope slung around your shoulder has slipped under the strap of your backpack, digging uncomfortably against your collarbone. Down in the hole, that seems pretty obvious. Lean in a bit and check it out. Shine the lamp into the hole. Yell into the hole to see if there are pirates. Okay. Yeah, we'll check for pirates. Why not? Yell. I only understand you as far as wanting to yell. Yell, any pirates down there? No response. Sorry, kid, you're batting 0 today. At least we know there's no pirates. Let's lean in and check it out. Down. Cave walls are too slick to climb safely without assistance. You lose your footing and fall to your death? I just wanted to lean in. I didn't want to... Your score was 0 out of a possible 8192. What? You died. I just got an achievement for dying in Xanadu. You may continue or quit. Continue. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. At edge of hole. Yeah, let's shine the lamp then. Light lamp. Your lamp is now on. Shine lamp in hole. The lamplight only reaches a few yards down the hole, where the rock is coated in a slimy black mold. You can tell that the molds are too sick to climb safely without assistance. Yeah, let's try using the rope. Tie rope to tree. The rope is tied snugly to a tree trunk. Let's go down. Your feet slipped a few times on the slimy rock, but you remain stable. Lula and Joseph descend carefully after you. So I'm Donald, right? We got Lula and Joseph with me. Okay. In bed quilt. You are in Bedquilt, a long east-west passage with holes everywhere. This is kind of like the Zero. Joseph and Lula remove the computer equipment they're carrying on their backs and begin setting up. That's the last trip, so everything's down here now. Say something back to her, set up the gear. Yeah, let's say something back. Say something back. You make an awkward joke. Don't be so morbid. Lula looks pensive. Oh, best viewers on Streamboo? That's so good. Great. What's the gear they're carrying? Ask her about the cave. Ask her where the treasure is. Let's ask her about the cave. Ask Lula about the cave. Having second thoughts? I don't blame you. It's unsettling down here. Weird acoustics. Earlier, as we were climbing down, I thought I heard voices for a moment. Or not voices themselves, but the echoes of voices, singing. Some kind of eerie, tuneless working song. Glad I'm not down here alone. Ask Lula about the gear. Sure, Donald, we may as well take inventory. I've got the tape machine and the synthesizer parts we borrowed from the School of Music. It's all tuned up to my voice, so we don't have much to type, so we don't have to type so much. Joseph has his slate and the punch cards he's transcribed from the poems we read him. He's got the typewriter and the paper tape reader. And you've got the CRT display. How's your back holding up? Joseph looks uncomfortable. Jealous. Thank you, Fugue. Hey Donald, can you help me wire up these generators? I'll assemble the synthesizer, but I could use some help with the serial interface if you have time. So, okay, I've got a screen. He's got some weird tape stuff. She's got like a voice to, a voice recorder. Hey Donald, so he's talking to me. Can you help me with wire up these generators? I'll assemble the synthesizer, but I could use some help with the serial interface if you have time. You hear an unfamiliar echo from the tunnel to the east. Yeah, wire up the generators. Wait, hold on. So he's asking me about the generators and she's asking me about the synthesizer? Let's help Lula. Help Lula. Thanks, Donald. I can never remember which color lead goes to which pin. Lula begins unpacking a box of wires and terminals. Do you think there are paintings down here? Cave paintings, I mean? Maybe some old pottery shards from when the world was young and early men and women huddled in these caves to... Do you know, I think cultural fossils are the saddest fossils, sadder than animal remains, I mean. We might come across a petrified mollusk or a partial dinosaur footprint and we say, there was a point of contact here where a body touched the earth and maybe there's a little bit of evidential garbage, but the life who owned that body never cared and has moved on anyway. And that's the end of it. Wow. But suppose I shine my lantern on one of these walls and I see a crude painting, thousands of years old, 2 men and a woman, charcoal and blood on rock. Someone put that there to keep something on the rock after she passed, a hope, a relationship, or a moment, a worry maybe, a regret. She made a painting to keep something alive for her, but like that dead mollusk and that itinerant dinosaur, she had to move on. Whatever it was is gone, and now we're looking at this painting, this dangling copy with no original. You are interrupted by the ominous echo of a grating, scraping sound from the east, louder than before. What the hell was that? Let's check it out. Alright. In tunnels. I'm playing an adventure game inside of an adventure game. You rush down the tunnel with Joseph and Lula close behind. They're kind of intense back there. How do you like all this, kid? No. No wonder they're still thinking about it. I hope they moved on by now. No wonder they're still thinking about it. The tunnel narrows and soon you find yourself crawling on your hands and knees. Navigating the tunnel gradually becomes more awkward as smooth rock gives way to jagged crystalline surfaces. Scratches and taps echo from the end of the tunnel, some short and piercing, some slower and groaning as if dampened by water. The tunnel opens into a large room. In Crystal Room. You are in a large, irregular chamber. The walls, floor, and ceiling are covered with crystalline projections. Strangers are here, scraping black mold from the crystals. They look up at when you enter. One of them seems about to speak. Finally. Better run. Let's listen to what he has to say. A stranger reaches for a box he's carrying and presses a plastic button. The box whirs to life and a crackly voice blurts out something unintelligible, then slows to a deep gurgle. He looks at his companions momentarily in confused disappointment, then he returns his awful gaze to you. Joseph flees through a tunnel to the north. Lula flees through a tunnel to the northeast. Okay, so Donald's still here. He's like smoking the pipe. Lula left and she worked at the bureau. I don't know who Joseph is, but I'm gonna follow Lula. I also need to grab my hoodie real quick. I'm freezing. Let's see here. Oh. We followed Lula. We ran northeast. Lula's headlamp scans across the northern passage as you run. Soft shadows loom perplexingly from floor to ceiling. You feel around to distinguish shadows from crystals, but eventually find yourselves cornered. You have hit a dead end. Who are they? It's Comforter. Comfort Lula. You reassure Lula that the strangers are harmless. Are you sure? Maybe you're right, it sounds like they've gone back to work. Alright, let's try to pass them quickly now. Don't make eye contact, then we'll find our way back to the equipment. Back in Bedquilt. You are in Bedquilt along East-West Passage with holes everywhere. Lula is here, panting for breath. Did they follow us? Where's Joseph? She's pretty scared, may as well wait. Search for him. Search. I only understood you as far as wanting to search. We have to be more specific. He went north. So it runs east-west. It's not down with the tunnels. Let's check the equipment. I think it's back outside though. Various computer and audio equipment casts angular shadows into the tunnels as you can scan slowly across the pile. Nothing. I think it's back outside, but let's check down the tunnels. Search tunnel. Select a tunnel at random. Your lantern illuminates several sets of footprints on the moldy cave floor, but they are impossible to identify. Joseph climbs down from the rope still tied above. That damn sound, those damn voices, I don't even know what direction I was running. I wove through that network of tunnels. I ran my head along the wall, always turning left, but every turn and every rock felt the same. For all I knew, I was running in circles. Finally, I ended up here. And I hid, I panicked, I heard you talking, but I didn't think I could trust my senses. But listen, there's one thing I have to tell you. While I was out there lost in the tunnels and caves, I came across the Zero, and I had no idea. It's like a real place. They pick up garbage, they deliver mail, they go to work and to church, but it has an awful kind of emptiness. Wandering through, I heard horrible echoes, weird images got burned in my mind's eye. A television, a scarecrow, a crystal, a feather, a sandwich, a CRT monitor, a bottle, an anchor. Lula looks down at her feet. What's up with Lula? Nothing. Just, Joseph, you sound disturbed. Lula, you've heard the same damn stories I have. Doesn't matter now, damn it, I'm leaving. To hell with all of it. Divert Joseph's attention. You shout something at Joseph about the project you're working on together. You'll die in these damn cold caves. And what about those men? You know they'll come back. We could find somewhere to start a fire. Suggest finding somewhere safe to start a fire. You shout something at Joseph about getting deeper into the caves. Did you hear their voices? They'll find you, but not me. I'm going back to the surface. Stop. Your stupid fight is ringing through the whole damn cave. Joseph is right. We can't stay here. I'm leaving too, but I'm not going back to the surface. I'm taking my station wagon and I'm heading down the Zero. I think we need her to stay. Ask Lula to stay. You plead with Lula about your continued collaboration. I'll send you this tape when I'm done recording. I'll put it in the mail, and then you can see what your damn machine does with it. Lula and Joseph have left. So Joseph isn't in the Hall of the Mountain King. This is just recapping. Abandoned by your collaborators, your confidants, your companions, the only two among your colleagues with whom you've ever trusted the gift of your friendship. Pretty thick. Sounds like Beardo has had his heart broken. You wander the tunnels alone, dragging along the components of your unrealized masterpiece, combing the underground passages for a new site in which to realize your vision. Sounds like a genius. How do you mean? Vain. Vanity, ain't it the truth? My aunt Remedios, before she got into the whole ethnomusicography thing, she was a painter, mostly nudes and oil. She had this model, I'll never forget him, big, classically physical guy. It looked like he was about to storm Troy. He made everyone call him the Colonel. What? Weaver and I saw this guy naked a lot. You couldn't help it. He was always posing somewhere in the house, chasing the light from room to room while Aunt Remedios made a sketch of his profile or worked on the right mix of pigments for his abdomen. The Colonel had this magnificent hair, long black hair that ran down just to the bottom of his shoulder blades. One evening, he was sitting next to an open window in the back of the house. The sun was setting, early spring, I think. It was kind of windy. Aunt Remedios was trying to get his hair right. She kept arranging it, like half in front and half behind, running over his shoulder and laying across his chest in his very specific way. But it itched him or something, and he'd do this weird, indignant shuffle thing, or the wind from the open window would push it around, or he'd start and turn his neck when Weaver and I ran by, and everything would be tangled again. The final product was a swirl of black lines billowing around the top of his neck. Weird thing is, I don't even remember his face now, just that black swirl. Probably the best one she ever painted. What? Like, okay. It's getting a little wild here. I'm just trying to keep track of everything. It's a lot of side tangents and stuff. So what? This is the Hall of the Mountain King here? After what may have been years, you stumble out of a tunnel into a cavernous open space. Stalactites adorn the ceiling like grotesque. In the center of the room is an enormous rocky spire. This is where you will set up your equipment and establish your legacy. Now's the time to continue your work. Okay, so he's been tracking everything that's been happening in this computer, and now we're up to the point where we're at now. Like, we're looking at the computer, we're on the computer, we're in the Hall of the Mountain King, we understand the caves of the Zero or something, they linked to the Zero. We need to now raise these levels or something? You may hire a new research assistant, assign assistants to a task, or sleep until tomorrow. Dude, this is insane. Let's hire a new research assistant. Hire. Uploading job advertisements to university message boards. You have hired Roberta, who studies fairy tales. Let's assign Roberta to the... Andrew did the debugging. Did she do transcription or speculation? Let's go with transcription. Assigning available research assistant to transcription. Let's hire a new research assistant. Hire. No new applicants. Try again later. Sleep. Roberta types up some lurid imagery from a dream journal. Wait a minute. Oh, shit. No. Andrew said he dreamed about caves, right? But he's... Oh, maybe he didn't do the debugging. Maybe I'm confusing my people. Yeah, so we're trying to match the realism. Dude, I don't remember. I gotta... Okay. Let's hire a new one. Weaver, who studies mathematics. Oh, shit. Was Weaver here? Assign assistants to a task. Assign Weaver to... debugging. 1. What is happening, dude? Speculation. I think I'm gonna have to sleep again. Yep, okay. Roberta fixes some weird math with some weird math. Weaver makes a convincing argument for the edibility of stone. Greasy black mold is collecting the computer equipment. Now's the time to continue your work. Alright. Let's hire a new one. Uploading job, yep. Marianne. I don't even remember Marianne. I have no idea who that is. We probably talked to her though. I don't remember her. Assign assistance to a task. It doesn't even say like who I'm assigning, so I don't even think that matters. Transcription. You have 3 research. Yeah, 1. Speculation. 1. And debugging. It's just gonna tell us we can't hire anymore, but I'm gonna try anyway. Yep, cool. Sleep. Time passes. Weaver widens tunnels slightly to reduce the need for extra crouch commands. Roberta summarizes the migratory patterns of bats through the tunnels. Marianne discards centuries of exhaustive data on the uniformity of cause and effect. That does not sound good. Intruders. Strangers are doing something to the equipment, but you can't make out what. You hide behind a rock until they leave. With trepidation, you emerge from your hiding place hours later. Now is the time to continue your work. I'm not convinced this is getting us any closer to the 0. So the strangers remove the mold. We got the realism index up. The romance index went down. So when I did 1 for each, realism went up, romance went down. Okay. Dude, this is fucking crazy. Andrew, who studies statistics. Yep. Can we hire anyone else before I assign? It's probably just 1 a day. Yeah. Assign assistants. Assign. So, realism went up, romance went down. Let's do, but he was, I know, let's do 2 people on debugging. Let's assign assistants. Let's do 1 to train. Yeah. Speculation seems to affect romance, I think, right? And that's all. You have no one else, right? You currently have no available. Yep, good. And then let's sleep. Weaver identifies a bug with the oxygen level simulation, but is unable to fix it. Andrew makes adjustments to the echolocation algorithm. Bats now fly normally instead of getting hung up on each other's wings and clustering together like horrible, leathery tumbleweeds. Roberta carefully transcribes the sounds of dripping water in all their variation over a period of several hours. Marianne posits that nature, not reason, is a master of industry. Weaver follows the strangers into the tunnels. She doesn't return, but neither do they. Oh, shit. That's where Weaver went. Okay, these both went up. We're on to something here. Realism. So, okay. If Weaver's gone, we're only going to put 1 guy on debugging. That's Andrew. So Weaver's gone, so we have 3 people now. Try and hire someone else. Hire. You've hired Greg, who studies architecture. So we'll do 1 on debugging. So we have 4 people. We'll do... two on transcription and 1 on speculation. Andrew fixed bugs. Roberta extensively notates tunnel diameter as a function of length. Greg transcribed experiences. Marianne muses about the love lives of fungal colonies. Greasy black mold is collecting on the computer equipment. Now is the time to continue your work. Maybe we should try to start over or something. This doesn't seem to be helping. What? No, it is going up. Shut up, Shannon. Fuck do you know? Maybe I should though. If she's saying that, I feel like I should. No. We're gonna keep going for a minute. Get someone else in here. Amy, who studies human and computer interaction. Alright, let's assign people. We got 5 people now. Let's do 2 on debugging, Amy and Andrew. We will do 1 on transcription, 2 on speculation. Let's see how that goes. Amy fixed bugs, Roberta fixed bugs, Marianne transcribed experiences, Greg had ideas, Andrew had ideas. A mail carrier on a bicycle brings you a sizable bill from the power company. Now is the time to continue your work. I don't remember where we were at with romance, but I think they both went up. I don't know what the hell is happening right now. Let's hire a new. Rick, who studied library sciences. Alright, so we should have 6 people now, right? Yep, let's do 2 to each. Fix bugs, transcribe, had ideas. So this seems like intruders. So they're cleaning the crystals. Yep, they came, we hid, we came out. Okay, look, realism's at 100%. Romance did go up, but it needs a little work. So if realism's at 100%, I don't think we... I don't know why, but I equate debugging to realism. Or maybe transcription. I don't know, dude. Let's see. Can we hire anyone else? Connection failed. They've been discontinued. So we've got 6 people. That's who we got. Whew. Okay, realism. So romance needs to go up. Speculate. I'm going to do 3 people on speculation. We'll do 2 people on transcription. And we'll keep a dude on debugging. Bugs, transcribed, ideas. Prepare a nutritional meal of boiled cave moss, seasoned with a salty, translucent paste you've harvested at great personal risk from stalactites. Now is the time to continue your work. Okay, so realism went down, but romance went up. I feel like we're so close, dude. So, what do we do here? We'll drop speculation and up debugging and transcription. So romance will do one person, or speculation will do one person. Assign assistance to a task. Debugging will do 2, and transcription will do 3. Dude, I don't know. Let's try it. We fix bugs. More bugs. Transcribe, transcribe, transcribed. Ideas. Greasy black mold is collecting. We know. Okay, nothing happened from that. We got 100% realism, and romance is at 94% again. Dude, what is this? I don't want to start over. I feel like we're close. If debugging's at 100, but it went down when we assigned some people. Let's just try not assigning to debugging. Let's just do 4. I'm just throw some shit out there. 4 on speculation and 2 on transcription. To see how that shakes out. You and Joseph stand in a hallway. The walls are blank beige. It's just after winter quarter, but before spring, so there are no students around. Joseph says something clever, and Lula leans on his shoulder. You wish that instead she had taken your hand, or that there were any other option. Oh, dude. So this is from the perspective of Donald, Joseph, and Lula. Now's the time to continue your work. Where we're at. 100% romance, 69% realism. Dude, what? Okay. So I didn't do any one of debugging and that dropped big time, but I did hit 100% romance. So shit, man. Let's throw 3 people at debugging. Try and get that back up. We want to maintain that 100% romance, so we'll do 1 transcription, 2 speculation. Your habit of absent-mindedly chipping away at cave crystals and sprinkling their dust in the air behind you has paid off. Just a few feet down one of the tunnels booms a small but kaleidoscopic garden of crystals. Now is the time to continue your work. Okay. I think I just want to try and hire one more time. I think it's done though. Yep. Yep. Okay. So I feel like I just want to do that again. Well, let's just do yeah, let's throw 4 people at debugging, try and raise that level up. And we'll just do 1-on-1 speculation transcription. see how that affects romance. Intruders, yep. Finally they leave. Dude, it's just going back and forth, man. Alright, so... %82 romance. We're gonna do this. 3 speculation. 2 transcription. I feel like I should have been writing down like what I've tried and how it affected. Wait, did I do it all? That's all of them, right? Right. Yep. Okay. Holy shit! I got it. We're gonna do 1 debugging. We'll do 1 speculation. And 3 people transcription. Wait, 4? Oh man, I'm like losing it. I'm losing people. I'm losing track of people. Fuck it, let's go. Try it. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. That's fine. Please, 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 please. But I hit 100 on everything. What do I gotta wait to? What the fuck, dude? Let's just try that again and just maintain that level until the mold comes back and the people come back? I don't know. Dude, what? That got me to 100. 1 debug, 1 speculation, and 4 transcription. Sleep. Am I just trying to get the crystal mold up while maintaining the 100%? They all gotta be 100%? Yeah, baby, I found the secret sauce. Okay, at least that's not going down. I'm gonna keep doing it up until the mold goes up. Dude, this is ridiculous. What is happening? Okay, they're here. What? Dude. I'm trying to think. I don't know what to do here. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. All right, so all I can really think is like, maybe realism and romance aren't supposed to be at like 100%. Maybe it's supposed to be like a sweet spot, something one at something, another at something else, right? But what would that mix be, right? So this is from the perspective of Donald. Let's just try and start over. I want to keep playing. Okay, sure, we keep playing. Complicated, we got stuff to do. Well, let's try and leave then. Are you sure you want to quit? Yeah. Yeah. That was a rhetorical question? Dude, I just... Oh. Exit. But you aren't in anything at the moment. Holy shit. We have to lose or die somehow in order to start over. Wow, dude. Eat the lamp. Eat lamp. Don't be ridiculous. Wow, dude. What is happening? Maybe we have to wait it out. I guess we can keep playing. Maybe we have to wait it out. Wait indefinitely. Time passes. Research assistants come and go. You don't encounter the strangers again, but sometimes you can hear the uncanny echoes of their voices off in the tunnels. Oh, so you're just supposed to like go crazy and try and give up. Years pass, mold accumulates. You and the remaining research assistants take to burning disused equipment in the center of the room. The black mold is intensely flammable and makes an excellent catalyst. It leaves behind a sweet, narcotic perfume. One night, you have visitors, outsiders, different ones. Then later that night, an old friend. You really did go deeper into the caves. Lula. Premature end of file. Press any key to quit. Huh. Whoa, what the fuck is happening? I think we were the visitors and Lula comes after us? Like, it's like... Okay. Hey, we got through it, you know? I'm very confused. Lula, she's here! Dude, and there's Donald. Yo. To Donald, you really did go deeper into the caves. Well, you were easy enough to find. Dude, this is crazy. What's happening? I've met a few of your former assistants. One can't help but hear things. So this is what's become of our project. Oh, I've made some additions. Joseph stole the data tapes for the first half, so I've had some blank spots to fill. Yes, I know. He published his version, actually. I'm sorry to report that it's a bit tediously sentimental. We found your doctor. Oh, good, yes. You're looking not well, to be honest. You smell like a distillery. Have you been drinking? Wait. Have I been drinking? I don't think I did drink at the place. Well, I wouldn't blame you if you had been. It's so dim here. So you found the address data. Just pass it over to Donald here. Donald will be a dear and crunch these numbers. We're looking to sort out a street name collision. Dogwood Drive. Whoa. Why is Lula trying to help me here? I insist. I have cycles to spare. I'll just pack my pipe and get to it. I should only be an hour or so. Andrew will carry it over to... I'll be at the bureau for the rest of the night. Just market private materials for the attention of Senior Clerk Chamberlain. How do we get to the bureau from here? The bridge. Yes, the bridge. Through the gate over there. Now we too recede into history. Good night, Donald. To Shannon, meet me at the bureau and we'll get you on your way. Head counterclockwise to the cathode ray and then turn around. Then it's just clockwise until you find the bureau. Counterclockwise cathode ray, then turn around clockwise until you find the bureau. Okay. Between us, I think you should drive. Wait, so I have been drinking? Conway's been drinking? I didn't take the whiskey. Did I get the file already? From... Donald's not I'm just gonna try and go to this gate. I think I got the file. We'll assume. Dude, what is this video game? Okay, right, okay. Did we see a tape recorder before? Yo, we hear the band again. I'm confused. Like, I see Shannon and Conway and Ezra, but Junebug doesn't look the same. Or does she? It's just dark. There's the lantern. What happened up there? I'm actually not sure. Very mysterious, man. Thanks for waiting, Homer. You were gone a bit longer than expected. It'll be okay, Homer. Alright, so head counterclockwise. No, wait, hold on, let's read it. It's gonna be in here. Okay. I think it was... Yeah. It was counterclockwise and then clockwise. We gotta find a cathode. Oh, there's a cathode ray, so now go back around again. Until we see the bureau. There's the bureau. Hey, you see that cat over there? Looks like she just washed up. Think she'd eat some bread? Johnny's talking. Nah, one more for you then, Homer. Why should I give the cat some bread? Alright, let's head over to reception. Oh, there's a cat. Lula. Here you are. Marianne has the rest of the evening off, so I'm minding the desk. Any word on the address? The results just came in by a courier. Good news, Donald and his assistants were able to sort through the noise. I had Rick cross-reference the results against some of our records. He found a corresponding mail stop on the Echo River route. As it happens, the night ferry is scheduled to make its stop there here shortly. The ferryman carries the mail and collects the garbage as well. I'm sure you can catch a ride out that way. You're welcome to wait here. I have to get back to packing. Are you going somewhere? I might. I'm feeling impulsive and I'd like to be ready. Maybe back to Mexico. It's been years. They still have one of my sculptures in a museum down there. Did you know? Big, ugly iron thing. Time to have it scrapped anyway. Safe travels. Try to stay out of the water. It's colder than it looks and deep. How long do we have to wait? Oh, who knows? Alright, what happened? What? In the church at the graveyard, you two came out of there all weird. What happened? It's okay, you can tell them. It doesn't matter anymore. Fine. So we were in that graveyard. Where the strangers come from. So this is when Conway and Shannon went into the church. They were a little weird when they came out. All right, we're going in. Church floor is cold metal, scuffed and flexed by unknown boot heels. Let's sit. I don't know what I expected. The strangers, he kept saying. Kind of vague already, isn't it? Donald's a stranger. Hell, you and I are practically strangers. Listen, earlier in the mine, I didn't want to talk about it, but what did you find down there? When I saw Weaver, she was on TV. I was testing a pretty simple tube repair, flipping through channels to check the saturation. She was just there. It was kind of horrible. I mean, I told you she disappeared, suddenly ran away, but we thought she was dead. Yeah, I guess. I don't like to say it. Dead. And then the next time I flipped to channel 2, Weaver. It's burned in my vision now. She's standing in a room. The walls are a blank kind of gray. There's tape on the walls, like markings and desks. A classroom, maybe. The camera's in the corner, so it's this sort of 45-degree angle into the room, and there's Weaver right in the center of the picture. I stopped turning the dial. Hell, I think I stopped breathing. Eventually she spoke, but there was no real sound, just this awful hum. I read the closed captions. She said to go to the mine. I'd find something there. I can't remember her exact words. Whenever I try, I get distracted. Fuzzy. It's so dusty in here, right? Yeah, real dusty. What do you think with all these holes in the ceiling? What the hell was that? Did you hear that? What the? The stranger activates the tape player song on his shoulder. A crackly drawl echoes in the room. It is patient and sounds like it should be smiling. My regrets. Oh, Doolittle. This is the... What? This is the guy that made the play that they performed in between the acts. My regrets. I hope I didn't keep you waiting long. We don't see a lot of foot traffic these days. I guess you hear about the job. I'm afraid we only have one opening at the moment. Horrible business. We're actually looking for some info. Certainly, I'll tell you everything you need to know. I've only just met you, but I feel certain there's a place for you here. I'll just take you over to meet the dispatcher, show you the trucks, get you familiarized. We can converse as we go. What is this place? Some kind of factory? Yeah, maybe, but for what? Why hidden away like this? And what's that smell? Like bread? Baking bread? Please follow me. And we have the... Oh, shit. So he's like So I have that like, oh my god, dude, what is happening? Get on here. I have to ask you to step in here a moment. This is for your safety and adjust your outfits just a bit. There's some protective headwear up on the wall back there. Please move your shoes and eyeglasses. I'm not taking off my shoes. Oh, I understand. It's only a courtesy to... Well, do us a favor and put it on the headwear anyway. Just this way. Wow, check this stuff out. It must be decades old, but it's in perfect condition. Maintenance, old man. I bet it's someone's shop around here. Probably hard to keep all the dust out, you know, underground. That's why I got into this business, to keep old stuff like this running. Seems like such a shame to let it all just fall into ruin, you know? Like that computer back in the caves, Xanadu. Decades of engineering, thousands of years of mathematics and philosophy, all petrified into living stone. How could you just let that fall apart? More new arrivals this evening. Plenty to do. Got to relay the formula. What formula? Oh, the formula changed our lives. Once, years ago, we were as prisoners to the intricacies of our debts here. We'd have to account for everything on paper. Compounding interest by hand, reassessing amortization and leveraged asset distributions according to nightly merit decay. Then she stepped out of the dark caves to show us the light of the formula. She had a brilliant grasp of mathematics and a saint-like way of speaking right through the numbers. That's Weaver, dude. Now we just plug our daily numbers into the formula and run it all through the adding machine. We occasionally suffer some surplus drift, but she instructed us on all the necessary adjustments. It was devastating to see our revered mathematician go, but she was needed elsewhere. Her legacy abides. What job are they working? We actually just need to ask you about a computer. What job are they working? I don't know what it's been settled. I don't know that it's been settled just yet. You see, sometimes we take on newcomers already in debt to the distillery. One of the foremen will find something for them to do, chip away at their sum until it's all settled. That's what I'm doing here, chipping away. That's what we're all doing. So Weaver definitely had to have been Weaver with like the formula. This is a distillery or something like that. She said smells like bread. Here's the fleet. Oh, we just use these to get around internally. What do you do here? Oh, I'm a copywriter. Text on bottles and flyers, ad copy, that sort of thing. Discerning shades and heartsick lovers have long known the taste of hard times and held it in favor over all other spirits. That was one of mine. So the trucks are just east a ways, and shipping, you can become acquainted with the dispatcher there. Give me a tap on the shoulder if you see something that catches your eye. Always happy to show off the facilities. Sublime machinery. Here it is. Now I have to ask as a matter of course, what kind of experience do you have driving trucks? Aha, precious cargo. You'll do just fine. And you can drive safely, can't you? I haven't any doubt now. It's only after what happened with Miguel this evening. What happened with Miguel? Well, the dust is still clearing, of course. Perhaps he closed his eyes a moment or simply hit a curve too devilish. I do pity ill-fated Miguel. He was good company and slow to anger, but if we're speaking confidentially... Well, with all that lost product to be repaid, bourbon and glass stashed across the interstate, and a few casts too, we're all just thankful he had no next of kin. So let's see if we can ring up the dispatcher. Doolittle starts the truck and switches on the CB radio. A deep, monotonous voice drones from the dashboard speaker. Monotonous. 10 to 20 on that load. Come back. Up in the Hummingbird K1012, City Kitty. To radio. This is a good time, dispatch. We may have found Miguel's replacement. Thought you might like to get acquainted. 10-9, come again. To Conway, introduce yourself. Tell dispatch something impressive about yourself. They're very well regarded here. Not really here for a job. 99 wheel holder. Gotta pay the water bill. So I'm certain they'll call back before long. Let's take a look around the truck, eh? The wipers with this knob here. They seem to have a decent torque to them, eh? Can't say how they'd fare in an ice storm, but we must never delay a shipment. Better to assume the risk. I wouldn't know it if I saw it. Too many years of climate control. Have I mentioned I rarely, if ever, leave our facility? I wouldn't know the rain if it drowned me. Wait a minute. What was that line? Is he recalling something? Headlights work fine, see? That's important. Most of our product goes out at night. You never know who will run into it in the daylight. The dusk can be treacherously misleading with all that indirect light. The magic hour, eh? Magic hour, sure. The angle of the sun at dusk and dawn means the light is mostly indirect reflections from the sky. Everything looks like a movie. It's all a bit softer. Yeah, he's recalling something. Conway had to get off the highway. Too loud, too murky. He turned off into some gray cornfield in Indiana. Empties rattled under the passenger seat. He watched traffic and birds. Yo, he is an alcoholic. He kept them over there so the smell wouldn't spread. That window was always open and cracked. He had to pull over. He just needed a nap even if the rain late. He couldn't night drive in his condition. It wouldn't have been responsible. He was only human. He'd been out since the headlights were on. Didn't even stop for coffee. He cracked a beer at 3, eyes on the road, 4:30. He dodged some stray cattle. The headlights were coming back on. Rockford could wait. Early morning couldn't be much worse than late night. What could they care? He just needed a few hours. So moving on. Dude, yeah. Conway. Alcoholic. Oh sure, I know you'll want to look. Kick the tires. That's a thing we do, isn't it? As though our knees could exert the kind of force these tires see out there on the road. We're more likely to hurt ourselves. Isn't it the way, eh? Tires look fine. Oh, I'm sure. It wasn't the tires that failed R.D. Miguel. We are quite sure. Conway sat in a dim room full of folding chairs. The walls and ceiling were painted with old smoke. Someone read from the book. He drank coffee with a little sugar. He was just waiting for it to be over. A few others shared. They spoke in abstractions like a program of action, a good orderly direction, spiritual but not religious, religious but not spiritual, all the things we tried. It's a recovery program. Then it was over. They clasped sweaty hands through a short prayer and stepped back out into the morning. He knew it was time to hit the bar. Wow. It was good to get out of the heat, away from the mendacity. He settled into it. Someone else from the meeting was there, looking rough. He focused on the television. A nature show was playing, something about river dolphins. They cruised the Amazon, eating psychedelic frogs and having weird adventures. At night, they transformed into attractive young partygoers and wore hats to cover their blowholes. What? Now what else can we show you? Looks like it's just about ready to go out. We have some good strong folks in shipping here, so you never need to worry about loading if you don't want to. Bit hard on the knees and back at our age, eh? Of course, you'll have to unload at the destination, but that's the job. And some drivers like the extra shift, stacking and loading there. I shouldn't really do any lifting these days. I see. Well, surely we can spare a dolly and carrying strap for your health and safety. Conway woke up on baled hay. Everything was too bright. His head hurt, the usual. Lisette and Ira argued loudly just outside the open barn door. She wanted Ira to take him inside and shower, have some coffee, get to the job. Ira said there wasn't time. Conway was in no condition. It was an important job. They couldn't put it off. Ira said to let the deadbeat sleep it off and then send him packing. He said Charlie could do the job. He tried to say something reassuring, but just sort of stumbled around it. Lisette looked away, and Ira just spat and went inside to wake Charlie. Ira was a stubborn man, so Charlie went along. And Conway drifted out again, and he didn't hear about the accident until months later. So what's next? Dude. Truck's radio crackles back to life. Driver, come back. Ah, there's dispatch. Now tell them about your experience. Tell them the truck's in good shape. Tell them to start in the morning. I really can't. Yeah, we've got to finish this delivery in a few. 10:33 dispatch. Got 2 black eyes and a flock of crocodiles. Come back. 10-4. Back it down and prick your eyelids, driver. Come back, Lem. 10-4. Come back, wheel holder. I'm just gonna say something. Conway, dispatch is addressing you. He's here, dispatch. Got your ears on? Good. Listen to this. So, I think that went well. Let's head back to the logistics and seal the deal, eh? And I've got one more thing to show you. It's getting roped into something. Let's head back upstairs. I have one more thing to show you. Wait, we only came here looking for some answers about this stupid moldy computer. Oh, the old man in the cave with the moldy computer. That black mold, it's drawn to whiskey. It feeds on ethanol fumes, you see. As we age the whiskey, some of it inevitably evaporates into the air. The angels share. Okay. It goes through the vents here and out into the caves. If we can scrape up that mold, we can usually apply some pressure and cold to it, squeeze and condense the angel share back into drinkable whiskey. Every drop counts when you're making a living on the stuff, so we'd better go down and scrape it off his equipment, just like any other place it grows. He kept sending his people here to drive us away. Paranoid, truly paranoid. Well, now we have the formula, so we don't need to go collecting mold. Since we stopped going down there, I'm sure the mold's gotten pretty thick. Try cleaning off a timing crystal, that'll get you going, I'm sure of it. So, join me upstairs? Wow. So those dudes in the cave worked for this company, and they had to collect that mold to try and get the whiskey, if you don't mind. But now they don't need to go into the cave anymore because we've showed them some formula. Here it is, a beauty, wouldn't you say? It's an antique, you know. What is it? Why, it's an adding machine. This is where we come for our daily ritual, to calculate the day's interest and repayment according to the formula. I usually do so at the beginning of my shift, so I know how many hours I need in order to keep up. Yes, I believe you'll do well here, sir. Happy to have you. Congratulations, you're hired. Wait, we can't... It's customary here to start each day with a shift drink. Let's make it special. Mark the occasion. This is the top shelf stuff. Now single barrel. He doesn't... Down the hatch. Vinum Memorae Mors. Oh shit, I'm not moving my cursor. It's like forcing me to. Oh my god, I didn't do that. Decent enough, welcome aboard. He's not working for you, we have to get back to this. He has a delivery to make. What's this, not working? Are you turning down this opportunity? She's right, I have to make this, I'm disappointed. And I'm afraid that leaves us with a delicate problem, as I indicated. This is the top shelf stuff you're drinking now. It isn't cheap. If it's not your first shift drink, well, and there's the matter of this tour just out, my time and experience are billed at quite a premium. This is not good for you, my friend. You're in quite deep. By my back-of-the-envelope estimations. Well, we have that in common, I suppose. All of us. Yes, I'm afraid you'll have to work this off somehow. It's just the way of it. What's happening right now? You can start tomorrow. Take the time to settle your affairs. Of course, the interest begins to compound immediately. And, well, we'll go over the formula when you get here. I should get back to work. See you tomorrow, then. It's roped an alcoholic into some debt. Dude, I couldn't... That was crazy. It forced me to click on that. So I guess I start in the morning. I guess. I'm confused. It's just the way these things go, kid. Huh. Well, that still gives us a few hours to roam, right? Where's that ferry? Dude. Wow. GG Act 3. I did it, baby. Wow, wow, wow. Incredible. So I'm not gonna do the little interim episode on tonight's stream. I think I'll pick what's today. Thursday. I think we'll pick this up Saturday. But man, Fugue, thanks for hanging out, dude. Thanks for modding my chat too. Yeah, we'll call that a stream, and we'll pick this up in a couple days. But that was pretty wild. It was pretty wild playing an adventure game in an adventure game on an old computer, fictionally. This is Kentucky Route Zero. I love it. It's so bizarre. This game is bizarre, dude. But I'm excited to keep playing. I think I did beat this act. It's very weird. I think I did beat this act. Like, I do love it. So do you? Hell yeah. I definitely did beat this act because like a lot of that was vaguely familiar. I remember that mammoth on the end of the ferry there, but I didn't really remember a lot from this. But I think I didn't get the achievement before because when I last did this, it wasn't like a fully fleshed out game on Steam yet. But Act 4, I think, is where I got stuck and quit out last time I was playing this game. So, yeah. What do we got? We got 4 viewers. Is there anyone on? I was not gonna raid, but if there's four heads in here, I might raid. Let me see who's on real quick. What a wild video game. Yeah, Lick's on. So we'll send it over to Lick. If anyone's here doesn't follow Lick Arcade, by all means follow Lick Arcade. And hope y'all come back on Saturday, a couple days from now. We'll finish this up. But it's been fun. Thanks for hanging out. This game's getting crazy. I love it. And I can't wait to play some more. But yeah, I'll see y'all then. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Have a great night, everyone. Say hi to Lick Arcade. Peace.